Okay, this is the 8th tape in Practicing Computer Shorthand, and it covers study frames 116 through 130. Okay, the first frame is 116, and its final LING. Bailing, calling, dialing, feeling, filing, pulling, ruling, selling, willing, yelling. Okay, frame 117 is final N. Ben, bin, den, even, man, mean, men, own, skin, sun, and that is 10 words. Soon, spin, stun, 10, van, vain, when, one. And this stroke is used as a brief for the word not. It's used very, very, very frequently. And I also personally use it as a brief for the word new, K-N-E-W, in phrases only. Okay? Frame 118 is final F-E-R. Buffer, confer, differ, infer, offer, pilfer, prefer, refer, roofer, safer. And this stroke is, depending on the people use it for different things, but it's a very handy brief for the word for. Some people use it for from. Okay. Okay, frame number 119 is final VER, and this is written just the same as the last one. So, cover, ever, lever, liver, lover, mover, never, over, paver, river. That's 10 words. Sever, waver. Okay, frame 120 is final V. I personally feel that this goes against the natural curve of your fingers, so you kind of have to tilt up your shorter finger and bring down your longer finger. So a lot of times I just use F in place of V, but again, that's your own personal thing to decide. Okay, above, alive, drive, drove, 5, gave, give, live, move, pave, prove, save. And just a note about the words, the word prove, obviously that wouldn't work in that case to use F in place of V, because that would make the word proof. So when I do that, I do when I do the word prove, I do P-R-A-O-B. I substitute B for V instead, but again, that's something that I personally do. Okay, and some people use the stroke as a brief for the word have. Okay, frame 121, letter Q. Liquid, liquor, peak, request, sequel. Okay, frame 122, final W. And just a note on this stroke, there really is no such thing phonetically as a final W, so it's more of a visual stroke. If you don't like that stroke, you can just write the vowel sound that you hear. Okay, the words: blue, bow, dow, draw, drew, few, grew, grow, how, law, and that is 10 words. Low, now, saw, snow, vow. And I also use this stroke as a brief for the word was in phrases. Frame 123 is final DGE, which is essentially a J sound. Badge, budge, dodge, edge, hedge, huge, image, judge, lodge, and that is 10 words, page, ridge, smudge, stage, usage, wage, wedge. And you'll note, of course, that some of the words are not GGE in this category. They're GE, but they're just included in here because the sound is exactly the same. Okay, frame 124 is final LGE. Bulge, divulge, indulge. Okay. Frame 125 is NGE. There are two different ways to do this. You can just do FRPBLG if you prefer. That way you don't create any conflicts. On the other hand, I prefer to do NGE because I find it to be a very easy, accessible stroke. Okay. Arrange, challenge, change, derange, estrange, exchange, expunge, impinge, infringe, lunge, and that is 10 words. Orange, plunge, range, revenge, strange, twinge. Okay, frame 126 is final RGE. Some people like to write this RPBLG. That's not a difficult stroke, and other people like to write it just RG. Okay, large, merge, purge, urge, verge. Okay, frame 127 is final X, and just to make a note, I find it interesting that one of the least common final sounds in the English language, it's one of the easiest spots in the keyboard to access, but that's just the way it is. So, okay, affix, annex, box, X, fix, flex, hoax, index, mix, six, tax, Xerox. Okay, frame 128 is some other strokes, some other very common strokes you would use. Okay, the answer notation. And just to make a note about the answer notation, I also find this one to hit all four of those cracks is a little much sometimes when you're in a hurry. You make a lot of mistakes. So I have my own brief for answer notation. It's EUFR. It's very accessible when you're in a hurry. Okay, and the other two strokes are the period and the comma. Okay, frame 129 is the final KD sound. Some people like to use this for could when it's in phrases such as I could, you could, he could, she could. I tend to not use this myself because I find that my third and fourth fingers anchor down on the B and G, and then trying to stretch up to the D, and it's just a little time consuming and doesn't work well for me. But again, everyone is different. So, and the final frame for this tape is 130, and it's final CKET. Okay, bracket, bucket, docket, jacket, market, packet, pocket, socket, ticket. Okay, and if you tend to drag in the L or the S on this, just remember to either read through that or do those error defines too. Okay, this completes the 8th dictation tape for practicing computer shorthand. Practice hard and keep those fingers flying.